Hiya, folks, review guys. Scott, Chris.
And Chris.
This is our official review of WrestleMania 27.
We did a different review.
Like a roundtable discussion, if you will.
With several fellow YouTubers.
A lot of people, so maybe we might repeat ourselves, we might not. So let's go down the list.
We don't have a list.
Well,
I got a good memory. First up,
dark match, 6:30. We knew something would be starting.
First up, we had a dark match that was Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. It was a lumberjack match with basically everyone that wasn't on the roster.
Which we figured there'd be something of the sort.
Yes, we figured it'd be something to get everyone on the show. I was pissed off by this. To be completely frank, I was not pleased because, first of all, Sheamus and Daniel Bryan both deserve better. Daniel Bryan is arguably the best wrestler on the whole card, and it wasn't a high-profile match. And Sheamus, I mean,
And he's a favorite, you know, of the wrestling types out there. So it's sad that he would be bumped off the actual show. So it ends in a no contest, right? When the Lumberjacks get involved, which I thought that was the whole point of a Lumberjack match. For the Lumberjacks to beat the crap out of people, but apparently this did not please Teddy Long. So
yeah, who is a SmackDown general manager. It was a match between two Raw.
No, that's a good point.
Competitors. But again, I guess they just wanted to get Teddy on the show too.
I suppose. So yeah, they restarted with as a battle royal, which the Great Khali wins.
Yes.
Once they restarted as battle royal, my first question was, oh, it's for the title? But then it turns out, no, it's not for the title. And then I really wasn't terribly interested after that. And it wasn't great. I mean, it was just, you know, it was what it was, and it was not pleasing. So we were about to pick up and leave. We were going to just empty, you know, leave the seats.
We're done the whole show over and over.
But it wasn't over. So out comes The Rock, who does this great little intro.
piece.
Nice moment. Then the first match of the night was...
First match of the night was the World Heavyweight Championship match.
That's right.
That was a little odd that they would do that first. But it was a solid match. It was a very good match. I was a little surprised that Edge won cleanly, and that was just it. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with Del Rio, because, you know, they give him this huge push by giving him the Royal Rumble win, and then all of a sudden he loses to Christian 2 weeks in a row, and now he's lost to Edge at Mania. So it doesn't make sense to me, but it was a pleasant surprise to see Edge win.
I found the match forgettable, and I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't stand out. And you'll hear there's another match of the night that should have stood out, but didn't. But yeah, and then at the end, Christian comes out with the pipe. Did he have a pipe?
A crowbar.
They both two crowbars?
Yes.
And they start slamming Alberto's car. And Chris says, this is it. This is the heel turn. Oh, actually, when they made that match first, because I saw Brutus Clay ringside before they were announcing everybody, and I said, they're doing it now, and Chris said, no, something's up. If they're doing this match right now, something is going to happen. I thought, hey, they're going to restart it later in the night. Oh my God. I thought they're going to restart the match as a triple threat with Christian later in the night. We're going to get what we want. Didn't happen. We didn't get a Christian heel turn, which is fine with me. Yeah, so to me, the whole match was just a little off.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good match.
You liked it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Second match of the night.
Second match of the night was Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio. First of all, let me just start by saying a lot of people seem to not enjoy Cody Rhodes' new music. I loved it. I thought that it was simple, and it fits the role that he's in now quite well. And just on a side note real quick, I hate driving on the interstate sometimes because people don't want to drive. Just, you know, after they don't think a little frustrating.
Well, it's because when you have RVs pulling trailers.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But anyway.
If there's anybody out there with an RV who also has a trailer, screw you. But it's red, white, and blue, so that makes
God bless him. But no, Cody comes out, and he's selling this new gimmick of his. He comes out with his hood, his face is Ray's music, and I'm like, okay, who's he going to come out as this time? Who's he going to come out as this time? And he was, Captain Mexico again! El Capitán de Mexico! I am Captain Mexico again! I am looking good again! And red and blue again!
But I found the match to be very, I thought it was a good match. Very solid.
I thought it was the best match of the show, personally.
There was a lot of good stuff. It was very, very good match. And Cody, I think, has come into his own.
Yes.
There, I said it. I always liked Cody.
I'm telling you, it's shocking to me to see Cody Rhodes, after WrestleMania 26, Cody Rhodes gets a spot at 27 and DiBiase does not. I honestly thought that would go the other way around. But
somehow Legacy worked for DiBiase where it didn't work
for Cody Rhodes.
But then now without Legacy, DiBiase has nothing. Yeah. But Cody has that wellspring of talent.
But it was good.
And I mean that sincerely.
It was nice to see Ray put Cody over the way he did, because Rey Mysterio typically wins at WrestleMania and wins in quick matches. So it was nice to see something go, a little longer and see an actual wrestling match. They both did a lot of good work in the match. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Match 3.
Match 3 was the 8-man tag match.
Was it?
Yes. This match was a waste of time. I mean, look, it was nice to see Kofi get a spot on the pay-per-view. I enjoyed that because I'd been thinking about that for weeks. Like, he deserves a spot. I mean, he has deserved one.
And Kozlov was injured, according to what we heard, at Access. They had a ring set up. I guess we talked about it, or we talked about it in a video that you might see later than you see this. But a little ring set up with just people standing around. It wasn't like a real match. And so if that's true that Kozlov was seriously injured at Access, my God, sad, poor guy. But
you gotta wonder about that.
Happy for Kofi.
It was a short match, which I guess was to be expected. Santino was typical Santino. I love the way he ran down to the ring. I thought that was cool. And the highlight of this match was just seeing Heath Slater sell that punch the way he did, because it looked beautiful seeing the replays. I mean, it looked like he was just legitimately getting just got knocked down. So it was what it was. I hate to see Wade Barrett fall the way he did, but again, it was what it was.
Fourth match of the night. What are we up to? 5?
Fourth match of the night was Randy Orton versus CM Punk.
Chris was looking forward to this one.
This is the match I was arguably looking forward to the most. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. I guess the high point was to see Punk is outstanding. I mean, next to Jericho, I think all around in any shape or form, in any role, Punk knows what to do, and he knows basic ring psychology well, and he knows how to sell it and play up to the crowd. And I think he was doing a good job in this match. I mean, it was a Randy Orton match, so I guess I expected it to end quickly the way it did. But, I mean, I guess the biggest issue I have with it just felt like it ended sooner than it should have.
This is the other match of the night that was forgettable to me, which, as Chris said, like I say, Cody came into his own when he found this role. Punk came into his own. It was longer ago, of course, but I always liked Punk and always thought that there was always something missing when he was a face. But then when he found the whole straight edge society, yada yada yada, great, gangbusters. The match for me, I don't know why nothing stuck, but I still like everybody. But didn't do it. Sorry. I mean, I don't remember. Orton won, right?
Yes, Orton won. Match number 5 was Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole.
I start this one? So, obviously we can't hear the commentators sitting there watching the show.
How much video do we have?
That's a good question. Another 13 minutes. But we get to see the big screens, of course, and we get to see what the audience at home is seeing. And it looked to me like Cole was already selling his the match, getting people ready for it, getting excited for it. So that was neat to see. And of course, we would all boo as soon as we would see Cole on the screen. And then Cole comes out with the microphone, dressed in that hideous orange wrestling attire, and starts, bad mouthing Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross. Great, so far so good. Then the match starts, and he just beats up, their Swagger and Cole, beating up King just a little too much.
Yeah, King spent too much time on the ground in this match, and I felt bad because people started booing. People were booing this match, and I was like, as much as I didn't enjoy it either, but don't boo Jerry Lawler. I mean, this is a Hall of Famer. It's his first WrestleMania match. Don't boo him. I mean,
It's boring.
You gotta understand what he had to work with. I mean, Michael Cole does not know how to wrestle, so Michael Cole can't do a whole lot. You have to expect that.
So then what? Swagger gets stunnered, right?
Swagger gets a stunner.
So he's out of the picture. Lawler comes back with his typical, good guy return, which I think helped to pick everything up.
What hold?
It puts him in the ankle lock, I believe.
It was the ankle lock.
And then Stone Cold gets down and, do you want to tap out?
Takes his time.
It's very funny. And so then, so Swagger carries Michael Cole out like a baby, and so then
the anonymous general manager comes on and reverses the decision, and poor Josh Matthews
gets the stunner.
Gets a stunner.
Not fair. Not fair.
And Booker T got a stunner out of the deal. So I'm guessing they did the setup. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler.
At the end, then we get to see Jerry go right back down to sit by Jim Ross, which had to have been beautiful for the at-home viewer, and I can't wait to watch it to see it, because I'd like to hear Jim Ross.
We're gonna go ahead and skip a match and go ahead and get to the Snooki match, because let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
Okay. Jumbo got one move which ruined my,
It was what it was. I mean, it wasn't what we expected. Snooki did a little more than I thought she would.
I was impressed.
The girl's not in shape, though. I mean, come on.
Well, Chris actually booed when she came out. There were boos in the arena. When she got tagged in, boos. But I gotta say, she got tagged in. She did her little flips. I thought she was impressive. I thought she redeemed herself. So all the people that booed her, that hated her, got to eat their boo. I think so. So I say, God bless you, Snooki. Enjoy your payday. Don't spend it all on booze.
That's what she's gonna do. It's probably why they had the match so late in the show. She was probably late showing up. Or they had to sober her up. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do now let's go do the Undertaker Triple H match. Both entrances were outstanding. Triple H's entrance. I loved for whom the bell tolls. I thought that was just so clever and so good that they did that. And Taker, his entrance was simple, but it was still great. This match, the match itself, the only way I can see it is, it's an Undertaker match at WrestleMania. People are going to go ahead and assume that he's going to win. So you've got to make it really dramatic, make people think, well, maybe not. Maybe it could go another way. This was a match all about spots. It wasn't, as far as wrestling goes, there wasn't a whole lot of actual wrestling going on. It was pretty much, move after move after move.
I feel like they, probably because of Undertaker's age, health may not be the right word, but his body holding together, they probably cut to the chase. They were like, let's get to the, and I my thought was, to me it only picked up when the drama of the finishers kicked in. The first half of the match, I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. And But then when probably halfway through, he was already selling exhaustion, which might have been selling. He might have been actually exhausted. And that made me a little sad that he was that worn out that quickly. But then they started the moves, and the way they handled it, the way they sold it and milked it, is the way I like to think of it, really made it a wonderful, I thought it was extremely compelling. When Triple H did the tombstone pile driver and then folds his arms up, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, if the streak ever ends, that is the way to do it. That's the way to end it. And I thought, then this must be it. 1, 2, kicked out, and I jumped up and screamed.
And we're passed out.
When the whole match was over, I was about to faint. But again, if we're looking at somebody said in the big review we did, Johnny Thunder said it was not a great wrestling match, it was a great storytelling match.
And that's what it was, exactly what it was. And I think they knew that going in.
And I think, and say what you will, you can say that's not wrestling, but it takes a lot of talent to make that meaningful, and they did. So God bless him, and I hope he's okay. I don't know. Everybody I've talked to says that they think he was really injured badly.
I don't know if I'd say he was injured, but I think he was just wore out. He was so tired.
So I don't know if it was planned for him to get taken away on the gurney. Okay, let's move on. I think my voice is about to give out.
Main event: John Cena versus The Miz. This was all about the entrances. The little promo that they did for The Miz, I thought was great. His actual entrance was, simple, but I thought it was good. John Cena's entrance, I'm sorry, people say what they want. It was over the top. That was too much. It was too much. It was too gaudy.
I almost think it wasn't enough.
The whole prayer and the whole choir coming out and
the prayer was good. It reminded me of
church set up in the background. It just
the Cowboys prayer. Johnny Cash.
I will say this though. When the whole John Cena thing hit and his logo came up on the big screen, to me it looks very reminiscent of the rebel flag.
Oh, did it to you?
I did, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, this is Atlanta. Are people gonna, what are people gonna say? Because he came out with his new look. He has a new shirt,
red shirt, red hat, band.
So, I saw that and I was like, because that's immediately what popped in my head. Like, oh my God, that's the rebel flag.
I didn't see that. I did see the in-your-face USA, USA. Oh!
But the match itself was forgettable. It really was. It was not good. To me, the best thing was seeing The Miz tap out of the attitude adjustment. That was really cool. And I think that if nothing helps legitimize him a little bit. The whole double count out thing, the draw.
I booed the double count out because I thought it was a lousy way to end it. Although I was happy that.
Well, you expected they had to do something because they need The Rock back out there.
Yeah, so let's talk about The Rock coming back out there. So restarting the match, giving the rock bottom to Cena. I'm still learning. So that's giving the fans what they want. Fine. Setting something up, Rock, Cena, as we move along. My problem then became The Rock then goes and beats up on The Miz. So to me, that just kind of clouds the ending. Yes, we want to see the heel get his due, especially after all this cheating and shenanigans during the match.
Come on, go. Sorry, I'm talking to the card in front.
Oh, I thought you meant me. Anyway, I thought that weakened it a little bit. Had The Rock just screwed Cena out of the title and ended it there, fine. But then when he came after The Miz, it just made it it made it more shaky. So it wasn't quite as, I don't know. I wasn't pleased with the ending. I was happy with the show.
I wasn't as upset as you were. I thought, the show was about The Rock. It was supposed to be about The Rock, and you knew it would have to end with him being triumphant. So I thought it was neat. I was very happy to see The Miz win, because I didn't want to see John Cena win again and beat him.
I mean, it's good to shake things up, but it wasn't a clean win. It was not a strong win.
Did you expect it to be?
Kind of, yeah. If Miz was going to win, I was expecting it to be a pretty straightforward. But yeah, they took advantage of Cena, And they, and Cena really, truly came out on top had it not been for the... Anyway, I really liked the show. I was very happy, and I can't wait to see it when it comes out on DVD, or I probably will not watch it illegally because I am a supporter of the WWE and their product and their stock. No. So that was that. Wonderful, wonderful. You'll probably see, you'll probably see the chronicle of our trip thus far in a series of, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 videos in the days that come. This car obviously has not realized that slow traffic needs to keep right.
People plan this sort of thing.
But you'll see what all else we did. But this is the official recap and review.
See you drive. It is the second we drive by that car, he's doing this, like this. I really thought you were an a-hole.
I'm gonna lay the smacketh downeth on the careth, Toyotath, Kia,
So,
Kia Motors.
Miami is a year away. Any early predictions? Any early thoughts on Miami next year?
People are already saying that they're looking forward to Cena Rock in Miami, which to me is a long way to be dragging something out. I think if they're starting something now with Cena and The Rock, SummerSlam maybe, months to come maybe, but I don't see it being a year away, unless they do something between now and then. But nevertheless, I'm excited to see where things go from here. And I'm excited. Happy. I'm a happy boy.
I'm going to go ahead and predict Undertaker versus Triple H 2.
I'm not sure I'm down with that.
I think it could be.
I know you've got 2 words for me.
I think it could be the final match for both of them.
Ooh.
So that's it, I guess.
Interesting. That's something to chew on.
Those are our WrestleMania thoughts.